Hello, young gardeners. I am Julia, and you don't know me, but you know someone that I do know. You know my sister Casey, who works for the Galveston's own farmers market. And I heard that you are interested in books about nature. So I thought I would share one with you about one of my favorite things about nature, and that is butterflies. I love butterflies very much. Maybe you like them too. So this book is called Butterflies Fly, and the author's name is Yvonne Weiner, and it is illustrated by a lady named Karen Lloyd-Jones. And it's got a really beautiful blue butterfly on the front. Well, several of them actually. So let's see what we got. Butterflies fly in a dancing white cloud that covers the fields in a gossamer shroud. That's how butterflies fly. These are kind of whitish butterflies. I might actually think they were moths if I saw them. That would be an interesting thing for you to find out, what the difference between a moth and a butterfly is. Butterflies move like dancers in step, lavish in ball gowns, a Baroque minuet. That's how butterflies fly. Now these look like some butterflies we see here in Texas. I think I have some just like that orange one out on my lantana in my garden right now. Butterflies glide by meandering streams, reflecting the world in colorful dreams. That's how butterflies fly. Here's that blue one from the front. This is one of my favorite kind of butterflies in the world. They have these on display in the museum part of the butterfly garden at the zoo in Houston. Butterflies waltz in cloaks that gleam, studded with jade and emeralds so green. That's how butterflies fly. Look at this one. There's a green and a brown. That green is so deep. It would be hard to see it if it landed on a green leaf though. Butterflies frolic in the brisk autumn breeze, mingling with colors that fall from the trees. That's when butterflies fly. This one's beautiful, this picture with all this orange and purple. Those colors look gorgeous together. Butterflies rest on blossoms in spring when crickets chorus and small birds sing. That's when butterflies fly. And this one's interesting because it looks like maybe there's a butterfly coming out of a cocoon, or maybe it's next to some other kind of cocoon. Looks like it just might have come out of one. Butterflies take wing in the first morning rays, transforming the world with brilliant displays. That's when butterflies fly. And these look kind of like the monarch butterflies. I don't know all the kinds of butterflies, but Nan or Casey might know. We should ask them the different kinds. Butterflies sip where tree frogs creep, in gullies so gloomy, in shadows so deep. That's where butterflies fly. Now see, this is another one. If I saw it, I would probably call this a moth. We've really got to get the details on what the difference is. Maybe there's no difference, but I think there is. Butterflies soar in mountains so high where icy streams flow and peaks touch the sky. That's where butterflies fly. Now this one is a place very different from where we live. I don't think I've ever seen a butterfly that looks like that. but we don't live in areas with big snowy mountains around us. Ooh, you're gonna like the shape of this one. Butterflies settle on leaves beneath trees, camouflaged patterns that mimic and tease. That's where butterflies fly. They're saying mimic and tease because you can hardly even see part of the butterfly there. It's just blending in. It's mimicking the leaves and the foliage around it. That's smart. Keeps it safe, right? From predators. Butterflies unfold their swallow-tailed wings, bedecked and bejeweled like crowns fit for kings. That's why butterflies fly. So this is a swallowtail butterfly. See, you can see that shape here. That's what makes it a swallowtail butterfly. This is a beautiful butterfly. If you ever get to see one, you're lucky. This is the better picture though. It's a very good artist. Butterflies hover in soft morning light, a fragrant ritual, an amorous flight. That's why butterflies fly. Oh, so these butterflies look like they're finding their mates. I think that's what they mean when they're talking about the amorous flight. Fragrant ritual and amorous flight. Interesting. Butterflies dance in crimson gowns, weaving splashes of colors to rainforest sounds. That's why butterflies fly. Ooh, this looks like a kind of a passion flower that those butterflies are on. The kind we have here are purple, but this looks a lot like a passion flower, but it's red-orange. Maybe that's the kind they have in the rainforest, since it said rainforest sounds. Butterflies paint a palette so bright, a gift to the world, a symphonic flight. That's why butterflies fly. Now, this also looks kind of like those monarch types of butterflies. I think the other ones were, and this one is different, but there's lots of beautiful orange and brown and black and white spotted types of butterflies. Have you noticed that? Probably because there's so many different leaves and flowers that have those. Oh, look. This is a really cool part of the book. So if you really like that blue, one, it's called the common morpho. The common morpho. I'll tell you a little bit about it. It says this butterfly, the most common of the morphos, lives in tropical rainforests. It feeds on plants of the pea family. Both sexes are metallic blue on the upper wings, while the undersides are dark with rows of eye spots and a light edge. The one that I said that I feel like I see a lot in my own garden, that's this little orangey one. It's called a Gulf fritillary, And that one says, this butterfly is commonly found in open spaces and gardens, visiting nectar-bearing flowers. Its wings are a reddish-orange color on the upper surfaces and spotted with silver on the underside. Also shown are 2 species of dagger wings. So I guess in that picture there were other kinds too. And let's see. That one that I said was monarch first, I was right. So the monarch is this one with the little white spots at the top. That's the one that we are always talking about, trying to plant flowers that will help the monarchs because they make a long journey. And I think they like thistle, but that's probably also something that Casey is better to answer than me. But the monarch is a large, powerful butterfly that feeds on milkweed. That's what it is, milkweed. And uses the poisons from the plant in its own body for defense. That is pretty cool. Its markings signal that it is a toxic butterfly. Some American populations migrate thousands of miles. See, I told you they have a really long trip. So if we plant things for them, they can make the whole journey. And it's really cool when there's a lot of them. And let's see, what was another? I'll tell you a little bit more about that swallowtail. I just think that's such a beautiful swallowtail. I love that design. There's birds that have little wing, the base of their bodies have little shapes like that too. They're also called swallowtails. The geographical distribution of this attractive butterfly is enormous. So it's all over the place, I guess. It inhabits meadowland and mountainsides as high as 13,000 feet, which is a whole lot of feet higher than us. There are many subspecies with colors ranging from very dark blue to orange, but there is always a pair of tails on the hind wing. So yeah, that's the little thing. That's how you know you're dealing with a swallowtail. There's another swallowtail over here. That's the blue mountain swallowtail. So that's this one from the very front. See it? So the blue mountain swallowtail is a beautiful butterfly generally seen around rainforests, flying high with blue wings flickering. The male will fly down to investigate any blue objects, such as clothing. Oh, that'd be cool. So you could wear like a blue shirt if you ever went to the rainforest, and maybe they would land all over you. The underside is dull and camouflages the butterfly when it is settled. And they also show you that pretty green one we saw. Well, there were two pretty green ones, but this one is another swallowtail. And that one is, they spend most of their time high up among the trees, but occasionally come down to drink from puddles and damp patches on the forest floor. You might not think about it, but butterflies, they gotta have water. I mean, everything has to have water, right? Interesting. So this white one, I said that I'd never seen anything like that. This one is called the Apollo, like Apollo Creed for you guys who are Rocky fans. That's a long time ago, but you might have seen it. This alpine species is threatened and is protected under the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species. Maybe that's why I've never seen it, because it's in a place where I've never been. I've not been to Europe or Central and Western Asia, which is where I guess it lives. The pattern of this butterfly is distinctive, but also very variable. It can be distinguished from similar species by the absence of red markings on the forewing. So I guess it's very variable, so it can change how it looks a lot, but it sounds like it always has these little red dots. I don't know if you can tell they're red, but they might look pink to you, but they're kind of red. Well, you probably don't really want to learn about all of these, so I think I'll stop at that. Except one more, because it's that one about that passion flower that I pointed out. So that's called the American passion flower butterfly. So it literally just wants to eat passion flower, I guess. And these butterflies fly close to the ground along forest edges and open ground. They roost communally at night. So they get together in a giant group and roost together. That would be really cool to see if you came up on them at night. The caterpillar digests poisons from the vines of the passion flower family, which are passed on to the adult stage. Birds quickly learn to avoid them. So it's pretty cool how some of them have special defense mechanisms to keep themselves alive, because you know butterflies don't live very long. So they got to do what they can to stay alive long enough to become mom and dad butterflies. That's kind of the goal. Well, I hope that you enjoyed learning a little bit about these butterflies and hearing some of the poetry of the verse inside it, the prose inside it, I should say. And I hope that I will get to read to you again sometime. Not about butterflies next time. It'll be on a totally different topic. Maybe still about nature. Maybe more specific to a garden. We'll see. Have a good week. Bye.